This is my audience. Child abuse is not an isolated problem, and it can be happening in the lives of people close to you and people you barely know. It happens every day to many innocent people. Children can be abused in many different ways by anyone, and most importantly, it can be stopped. If more people knew about child abuse, fewer people would be hurt and harmed. It is stated in Prevent Child Abuse America that over 3 million reports of child abuse are made every year in the United States. Everyone should learn the facts about child abuse to become aware. There are 3 ways that children can be abused. The most common one is child neglect. Child neglect is when you lack your basic needs. The basic needs are food, medical care, hygiene, clothing, shelter, and supervision. If you lack any of the basic needs, it can be child neglect. Mostly, supervision is the worst one, because if you don't have that person helping you, like a parent or a guardian, that helps you through everything, then you just don't even have any life. Oh. Physical abuse is the second most common one. Physical abuse includes torture, beatings, shaking, choking, kicking, biting, and even assault. Physical abuse can be more known because a lot of people, you can see it on their bodies, bruising and different things like that. But sometimes it can be covered up on children. Sometimes they can wear long pants or long sleeve shirts to cover it up. Or sometimes, even when you wear short sleeve, you can't see the beatings and the marks. The third most common is sexual abuse. Sexual abuse includes any inappropriate touching, forced to watch something sexual, even cuddling, or forced body contact. Sexual abuse happens to children all the time, usually by someone closer to the victim. It's worse when they're both horrible, but for a boy, it's not as good because the boy becomes more embarrassed by it and doesn't go get help, while a woman tends to get help more likely. They don't get as embarrassed by it, but they're still embarrassed. Children can be abused by anyone. The abusers can be someone really close to the family, or also someone that you barely even know. A sibling, like a stepsister, brother, sister, anyone like that, grandparents, parents, family friends, neighbors, or even aunt or uncle. The abusers can also be someone random, such as a known child abuser, different teachers, authority figures, and just acquaintances. Child abuse needs to be stopped. There are many ways this can work if everyone just puts in their time and figures it out. Child abuse prevention services in groups, if you go to those, there's a lot of those around. You can go to those and they can help you. There's a couple, Child Abuse Prevention Service, Child Welfare, Pause for Kids, and the National Exchange Club. These are all different kinds of groups you can go to, and they can help you out with your problems if you have any questions or notice anything happening. Another way to stop it is children need to know that they can ask for help. So if like an aunt is abusing their child, the kid needs to know that they can go to their parents and for help. They don't need to be scared about it. Also, they need to be able to have a trusted family member or authority figure. They need to have someone who's always there for them. So you have to tell your kids or your loved ones that they can always go to you and they always have someone to talk to about it. Because without that, they can blame themselves, and you don't want that. Children who blame themselves can become abusers once they grow up because they don't know what's right from wrong. And so they take the abuse and hold it in until they grow older, and then they decide to abuse their kids or people that they know, different things like that. So if you make sure your child knows that they can tell you anything, even if they're being abused, and that it's not their fault, and that's what you're supposed to do. So today I have discussed a harmful crime amongst children of all ages. There are many different types of child abuse. You can be abused by anyone, and it can be stopped. if everyone learns more about child abuse and how to know the signs of when someone's being abused, then a lot more kids would be less hurt and killed. All it takes is a little bit of time to understand what child abuse is and figure it out.
I barely got